All right, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Kashakala,
Brother Zakaria.
coming to you from the GMS Atlanta Church, giving all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the 11144 first fruit.
God.
And today is going to be the part 2 to Amerikkka, the
Melting pot.
the melting pot, the Scum melting pot.
God.
All right. And we're going to get into just a little bit of information, and then we're going to get into some scriptures. Well, we're going to pop it off with the scriptures first. So go ahead and read Proverbs 11 and 21.
God. This is Proverbs 11 and 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
That's right. And the reason we're bringing out Proverbs 11:21 is because this place that we know in America, aka the Scum melting pot,
God.
which in our previous video, we brought out, I think it was Ezekiel, the 24th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. It speaks about the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, God, yeah.
And we're bringing this out because this place is integrated. And so there's a lot of heathenistic nations here and also Israelites here, hand joining in hand. That's why you had in the 1960s that big segregation push with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all that. They wanted to be integrated. And then now you got today Black Lives Matter in America. And when you see those Black Lives Matters movements, there be heathens within the congregation of that Black Lives Matter rally, which doesn't make sense. And the niggas, or the so-called black people, which are the Israelites, accept those other heathens into them. That's why I read again Proverbs 11 and 21.
God, Proverbs 11 and 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall be unpunished.
The wicked shall not be unpunished.
Shall not be unpunished.
That's right.
Yeah, God.
So that's where that's America in a whole,
God.
as a melting pot right there. Because there's Israelites joining hands with heathens, but them Israelites ain't gonna go unpunished, and them heathens ain't gonna go unpunished.
God.
Okay? And if you are an Israelite who's doing that and a part of the 1144, man, wake up, get up out of that, because we about to get up out of this.
God.
You know what I'm saying? We about to get out the melting pot. Okay?
God.
So we're gonna get. Here's the word. You have something to say, bro? If you want to expound on anything.
As the brother was saying, man, we're gonna get up out of this melting pot. And the reason why it is a melting pot because of Esau, the wicked king. He do abominable things in this wicked ass society. He give us abominable things. Homosexuality. It goes on and on. It's just a melting pot.
Yep.
A so-called Israelite cannot, be able to be where he needed to be because of this melting pot.
That's right.
Like for, just a prime example, I needed insurance for the car. It's my first car or whatever. They're charging me like $1,000+ because I'm young. I've been driving since I was 15. Like, not one car accident. That's a melting pot. So I didn't do it.
And it's like with the melting pot, it goes into all these other different heathenistic nations with Israel integrated into it.
Con.
But also, all these different type of philosophies are part of this melting pot, which you get why this place is called Babylon, or Babel, which means confusion.
Con.
When you make a stew, you put a lot of different things in there. All right. So here's the word integrate. And integrate means to combine one thing with another so that they become a whole. And what's another good word for this definition other than integrate? Let's get it. All right. Americanization. All right. The action of making a person or thing American in character or nationality. All right. So it says again, combine one thing with another so that they become a whole. Let's read the second one. Bring people or groups with particular characteristics or needs. Let's read Americanization again. And what is Americanization? What is modern day Americanization or ancient day Americanization? Hellenization. Hellenization, which you can read in the book of Maccabees, the Hellenizing of the Israelites. Okay, when you go into the word Hellen, it's if I'm not mistaken, if you go into the word Hellen, it goes in Salat. It goes into the word Gentile. Okay, so let's go back. It says, bring people or groups with particular characteristics or needs into equal participation in or membership of a social group or institution or a corporation, which is America. America is a corporation, which is the big melting pot. They brought Indians over here. I'm talking about like Elamite Indians over here, brought Edomite Spanish people over here, Edomite French people over here, Hamites over here, Israelites over here, you know, all the nations. 17 other nations, well, all 18 nations are in America today, making it a big melting pot, and they let them, the land of the free, so they let them continue on with their philosophies, which are the strange women that Israelites in the truth, you sincere brothers in the truth need to stay away from, so you can be a part of that Revelation 14:4. Okay, you gotta stay away from that. You gotta despise those other strange women. Okay, but that's how this place is a melting pot, because it's integrated, and then it Americanizes you. But all of that gonna get burnt the hell up. So let's one more time read Proverbs 11 and 21, man.
God, I got you. This is Proverbs 11 and verse 21. Though hand join hand in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered, because we understand that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to press the restart button, and who's he going to restart it with? The seed of the righteous. Okay? So all the wicked Israelites who were joined at hand with these wicked heathens, they're going to get burnt up in the melting pot, or Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to have that pot on the stove and then just crank up the heat and let y'all boil inside of that. You know what I'm saying? But he's gonna bring what? That good tender meat out of it first. You know what I'm saying? And save that for later. You know what I'm saying? And then boil everything else up in there. Meaning the 1144 out the pot. Okay? So let's get the word join. It means to link, connect, a place. That's about it. It means to link or connect. So though hand join in hand, link. So though hand link with hand, okay, or though hand connect with hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So with that, we're gonna go get Sirach 9 and 12. All right, you can go ahead and read it.
This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 9 and verse 12. Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in, but remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
That's right. So delight not in the thing that the ungodly have. Don't worry about, whatever, how these niggas are in America, how these heathens are living in America. Okay, it says, delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in. They have pleasure in America. What did the scripture say? We're not of this world. They're of the American world. Us brothers, we're not of this world. Literally.
Hey, to be holy, you got to be separated.
That's right. You got to be separated.
That's actually what the word means, holy. Like I did a video today. In order to be like born again or anything like that, it's basically you got to have the Holy Spirit in you, pour it on you too. That's what's going to separate you from the world, basically. You know.
It's going to separate the wheat from the tares. I think that's what it is in the book of Matthew. You know, he's separating what's good and what's bad, and the ungodly taking pleasure. be separate from that, so you're not a part of, being counted with them. You know how cops will come and catch, say there's 5 niggas, all right, and only one nigga has a gun, and only one nigga shot the gun at somebody, but he's with his 4 other niggas, okay? When the cops come, the one shooting the gun, the one nigga shooting the gun, he's not the only one gonna be in trouble. Even though the other 4 didn't do nothing, they were acquainted with him. So, y'all niggas in trouble too. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing, hand joining hand, or if you take pleasure in the ungodly ways that they do in this big ass melting pot.
God.
You're gonna be guilty of it too. But I wasn't. But you were. You know what I'm saying? But you were. God. You got caught with them doing it. And the scriptures say, I think it's the Yahushua said, "Will I find faith on earth, and will I find so doing?" So, if the Lord comes back now, like say he came back right now, what me and this brother doing right now? The work. This is what he catching us doing. He's not catching us doing some folly ass crap with niggas. That's what you get, though, hand joining hand. Mm-hmm. Do not be joined hand in hand with Amerikkka in the melting pot, or delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in, which is in this melting pot. Okay? But it says, but remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave. And that go... Babaka Shaka, see the scriptures real quick?
Yeah,
because a good example of that, I'm going to give you a quick account. I'm going to let you read it. I'm just going to find it.
God.
It's in the book of Kings. I think it's in the 3rd chapter. Yep. All right. Read 1 Kings 2 and 5. Because it says, but remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave. All right, so this means they're going to be punished before they get to the grave. So this is an example of what King David was saying to King Solomon as he was transitioning the kingdom over to his son. So go ahead.
Khan, this is 1 Kings 2 and verse 5. Mm-hmm. Moreover, thou knowest also what Joab, Joab, the son of Zariah, did to me, and what he did to the 2 captains of the host of Israel unto Abner, the son of Ner, and unto Amasa, right
here. Yeah,
Amasa, the son of Jether, whom he slew, and shed the blood of war in peace, and put the blood of war upon his girdle that was about his loins, and in his shoes that were on his feet.
Keep going to verse 6.
Verse 6. Do therefore according to thy wisdom, and let not his whore head go down to the grave in peace.
You see? It says, but remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave. King David says, do therefore according to thy wisdom, and let not their whore head go down to the grave in peace. So the wicked shall not go unpunished. All right? Because what Joab did was kill, he killed Absalom, which was King David's son, and King David came out with a decree before he did that not to touch his son, but he did it anyway. Abner, if I'm not mistaken, Joab killed Abner, if I'm not mistaken, but Joab was going off and not listening to King David's words, and just doing his own little thing, smiting people in the 5th rib, okay? But it says, don't let them go into the grave pretty much unpunished, or don't let them go down in peace.
God.
All right? It's the same thing here, but that's Yahweh Shem Yahushai saying it to the ungodly in Amerikkka.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but this is just an example in the scriptures of though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Okay, so yeah, that's right.
Got
So we're gonna get so now we're gonna transfer over to show you how America is physically a melting pot as well. Okay, we're just gonna get some stats for you, Akim, out there. All right, and all we did, it's 11:44. All we did was we typed in percentage of ethnicity in America, and these pie charts came up, and it says white 75 million, Hispanic 9 million, African American 11 million, Asians 1 million, others 2 million, more than one race 2 million, which Native American, Alaskan 500, which that is an accurate number because they decimated the Gadites and the Reubenites.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Hawaiians 300,000. Well, that's a melting pot of a whole bunch of people up in there, man. And what the white man or the Edomites failed to understand is that they're actually the minority, because a lot of these so-called white people you see walking around are confusions of faces. Yeah, they might still be getting a missile, but they're confusions of faces. They very well might be Israelites, because I done ran into, and this brother can attest, we were just talking about it, we done ran into a lot of so-called white people with a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
A lot of that basketball guy.
God, and speaking, since you said that, I was just about to say, I remember I went to this private school. It was a Christian private school, and me and this so-called white person, this guy likes to play basketball, and we will always be on the same team. He used to kind of like Steve Nash and Rondo with the behind the back, no look passes. I'm like, oh shit, man, you know how to ball, man.
Yep.
But at that time, I didn't know, and he used to have like flavor. He used to wear his hat to the back and stuff.
Yeah, he is Israelite.
Israelite, man.
We're going to give y'all a quick example of an Israelite. I'm going to let the video play.
Oh my God.
Don't mind that.
What you got for us today, T-Jazz?
Sauce.
Oh my God.
Straight sauce. That ain't no white boy. That ain't Edomite. So a lot of them are walking around, man. And that's funny, man, because I had texted to a brother, his younger brother named Karatazar in our camp. I sent him that, and that's our conversation. He said, "That's a Jake." Yeah, man, that's a Jake.
Yeah, that's a Jake, man.
And then I replied to him, man, hands down, ain't no white boy doing all that spinning and Michael Jordan layups like that, man.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
But, we definitely in the melting pot. We just wanted to come with a quick lesson with that. You want any closing remarks?
You got it, bro.
Con. So, that's part 2 and probably the final part of America, the Scum melting pot. I hope y'all Akim were edified. Until next time, we're going to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Shalom.
Shalom.